So any toy that we pick up is optional, whether it's a hand weight, a TheraBand, a whatever. And the converse of that is you are welcome to grab anything that you find supportive. So if it's a little roller to put under your shins, if it's a pillow to put under your knees, something for your wrists. I'm going to grab my roller in case I need it for Mary. Okay, so so Kay is asking, before we begin, she wants to know, when you lift your arms straight out and to the side, yes, what muscles are you working? So the prime movers, your external movers, are your delt muscles, the muscles of the shoulder cap. There's a front, side, and back. So there's 3 parts to that muscle. So those are the main lifters, but they're assisted by your rotator cuff muscles, which are, smaller and deeper in the capsule. Teres, supraspinatus, infraspinatus, back in the shoulder blade. So, yes. And then in order to lift those well without overusing your levator and scalenes, you need more from your core to be able to hold the column up to support the work. I know. Yes. So on the replay, those of you on the replay, she's noting that she can do 10-pound curls, no problem. But as soon as you start to lift the arm, then the bicep has to work in tandem with the delt and a little bit of the pec when it's forward. And then it suddenly becomes quite heavy. So yes, you're right. That is a place where most of us are rather weak. And we tend to think of it as upper body strength, but it comes from foot to hip to shoulder, right? You have to have this foundation for your body to be able to support the load from your core. So core is from mid-thigh to armpit, right? This is your whole core. So when I say core, this is what I'm talking about. Some people erroneously think of it as just the abs, which is not true. You guys know that. So I want you to turn on your core by pressing into your feet. Really drive into the outside edge of your foot, your heel, and your big toe. You should feel, as you exhale and do that, press into your foot, your abs lift, your glutes wrap, and your spine grow longer. Good. Inhale and exhale, do it again. Press into the feet, find the hips, feel the abs lift. Good, yeah. And then as you keep doing that, inhale, release, exhale, repress. Look for that feeling all the way up the spine. Notice that you can let your shoulders relax a little. They tend to open up a little more. Good. That's it. And one more. Press. Good. All right. So holding that now, keeping those bolts behind the heels, behind the knees, behind the hips, so that you get that little lift in your belly. Good. We're going to inhale and rotate the palms out. Lift your sternum up. Good. Exhale. Pull your ribs in. Bring your arms back in. Good. Inhale. Open the palms out, sternum up. Good. Exhale, pull the ribs in. Shh. Good. So I'm going to show you a side view. You keep on going. Inhale, open. Now here's me doing it wrong. I'm pulling my ribs in. I'm actually pulling my hips in. See how my butt goes back? So that's a common dysfunction. We think we're using the abdominal wall, and instead we're overusing hip flexors. Hip flexors attach via psoas to your back, right? And then we have back problems. So the next time you pull your ribs in, press into your feet more. Feel how that lifts your booty a little and keeps your glutes in place. Make sense? So inhale, open. Exhale, press into your feet. See if your hips will stay still. Yeah. I like the side checking. Very good. Good. Let's do one more. Inhale, open. And exhale there. Good. All right. We're going to bend into a bicep curl. Press both arms up to the sky. Lift the sternum. Good. Bring the elbows back in. Press them all the way back. Good. Up. All the way to the sky. Press into your feet and lift the sternum. Good. Down and all the way back. So again, just a reminder, you do not have to hold the hand weights. If you come up and your spine is not yet ready to go all the way up there with hand weights, put them down. Yes? Find your form first. That's it. Good. That's it. Good. And one more time. Just waking up, finding that whole length through your whole spine. Up, 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 up. Good. Yeah, good. And nice. And then all the way back down. Good. We're going to open up into parallel feet. Still find that feeling of the tripod of your foot, big toe, pinky toe, blade, and the heel. Wrap it around from your heel bolt, behind your knee bolt, behind your hip bolt. Good, until you feel that smiley in your belly, right? That little lift. Good. Now, knowing where that is, pull your sits bones back, sit in a squat. Good. Come back up, open up the chest. Good. Inhale, exhale, sit. Good. Inhale, exhale, lift. All right, so a good squat, we want to be able to pull those sits bones up. Watch out for tucking under. That puts all your strain here, right? Deep hip flexor pull versus a more relaxed. Yeah? Good. Good. That's it. Good. Nice and deep. Good. Okay. It's okay. You know what I'm going to tell you? Arms less high, but straighter. Yes. Good. And the reason I want them less high is just so that you don't do that with your shoulders. I want you to be able to find a place where you can lift them and then keep the shoulders back. Yeah. Yeah. Good. Good, good. Let's do two more. Good. And one more. Good. All right, now stay down on this one. Now I want you to shrug your shoulders on purpose. So I'm going to shrug them forward, but shift my weight back. Keep my weight back, pull the shoulders in. Shrug forward. That's it. Weight shift slightly back. Try to keep the weight back as I pull the shoulders, yes? So it's super subtle. It's just this, right? Good. And we're feeling how we can counter it by pulling our middle back, holding onto those abs as we load the weight to the center. Yeah? Zoop, zoop. Hope that makes sense. Try two more. That makes sense, Kay? Okay, good. I'm hoping it makes sense, Mary. Good, and if you got your two more, good. And then swing all the way up, drive into those feet, lift the chest, arms come back. Good, very nice. All right, feel good? Let's roll into a bow. So we'll start with the arms long. Bow is exactly what it sounds like, zipping up your belly to your pubic bone, letting the back of your spine reach forward. Good, and then extend that spine up. Lift it to the chest. I'm sorry, lift your chest to the sky. Whoop. Good. And exhale again. Good. And then inhale. So one of the things that we learn with this bow is, again, keeping the spine long, keeping the abdominals lifted, keeping the integrity of the hip. So when you bow, it's not about collapsing down into your knees and schlumping. Let's imagine you have a cactus that you're looking over. You want to keep that abdominal wall looking over that cactus. Yeah? Yeah, good. Good. Okay, nice. Now can you do that with your collarbone staying wide? So instead of hunching over your cactus, we're going to spread out wide. You might find that creates more resistance from your abs. And that would be A-okay. We want that. Good. And then on the next one, let's roll down easy all the way to a roll down, articulating that spine down. So my spine minders, remember, if your spine condition is osteoarthritis, you will come into a neutral spine, right? That means the spine is in a natural position, long and straight, and you'll hinge from your tail. And then you'll come back up, pressing into those feet. But my movers, you are articulating one bone at a time. Good. And then press into those feet and round back up. Good. Yeah. Good. Now if you want a little challenge, you can add your arms up high with or without weights, but I want you to notice where the load seems like it's too much. So for me, it's right about here. I can feel the strain. I bring those arms back in and continue with the arms low. Then I can start with the arms by my ear for challenge. Notice where it feels like strain. Bring the arms back in. Continue with the arms in. Yeah? So I want you really to listen to your body. Where is your limit today? It might be different tomorrow. It might be different than yesterday. It depends on how much weight you have today, if it's more or less than normal. Yeah? Good. Yes. Yes. The heavier weights, the harder it will be. For sure. Good. So I think you've gotten about 4. Yeah. Maybe more. Good. On the next one, we're going to hold it down and we're going to walk ourselves out to our plank. So if you have hand weights, go ahead and set them down and then we'll walk those hands out. Again, Mary, you can adjust foot, knee, right? And if that doesn't work for you, Mary, please let me know if you need a different way to get down or if you have your own special way. I'd love to see it. So you can be in your plank on your knees. You can be on your plank on your feet. You're going to press into those fingertips. Extend your sternum forward, not your nose, your sternum, your breastplate. Good. And then see if you can check in with your feet. Can you get on the big toe to the ball of the big toe? So your pinky will likely be off the ground. Yeah. Then imagine bolting the back of your heels together, the back of your thighs together, the back of your hips together, and you should feel your whole core wrap around you from your armpits to your hips. See if you can hold that for another breath, staying connected to those feelings. Good. And then gently down. Good. So those of you who were on your knees, same feelings, right? Your heels will be together, but you're going to imagine the soles of your feet reaching up to the sky, and it should give you the same engagement to your belly and your abs. Yeah? Okay. So if you haven't taken a child's pose yet, go right ahead. And then we'll come and sit on our behinds. Good. So we'll start, I'm going to have my weights in my hand. You don't have to, it's optional. I'm going to just press my hands against my shins and then allow myself to round back gently. So spine minders, if you do this round back, do with support and allow gravity to pull you back. Do not force yourself back. So spine minders, especially my friends with osteoarthritis or lumbar spondylolisthesis, you guys don't want to force into that position. You want to really just allow it to happen organically. Yeah. But my spine movers, move while you can to keep yourself moving longer. Take your pubic bone back into your belly button. Take your belly button back into the top of your hip. Take your front of your ribs into the back of your ribs. Turn on that whole abdominal wall. And then everybody pull your elbows back. Good. And exhale. Pubic bone, belly button, ribs. Shh. Pull those elbows back. Good. That's it. Easy. Good. One more time. And pull. Good. Take your arms forward. Again, with or without hand weights. Same idea. Now, spine minders, you're going to go in neutral here. So now that you don't have support, if your spine condition does not warrant a curve, you keep this neutral line, moving in one straight line. My movers, you are pulling back away from your hands, curling back into that deep C curve. That's it. Good. Can you keep your collarbones open? Yes, good. I know, so shoulders are getting a little work here, right? We're holding our weights or just our arms. Arms are heavy. Good. And one more. Hold it back here. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Lift those arms up towards your ears. Good. Lower the arms. Good. Deepen your abdominals, whether you're in curve or whether you're in straight. Those of you in straight, push your feet down. You can give yourself support with one hand, right? You can put one arm on your leg. Last one. Good. And then all the way up. Extend the arms out as you extend the legs. Bring the arms behind you as you round forward. Make sure you bring the front of your hip bone with you toward your thighs. Good. And then come back up, right? Okay, bend those knees again. Good. Now sit tall. Spine twist. Lifting up and looking back. Good. Same side. Spine minders, or anyone who just wants a little support today, that front arm can hold on, right? Can help you stay up tall. So if you find yourself rounding when we all should be in this moment tall, hold on. Let it help pull you upright. Get the front of your hip forward. Good. Good. One more. Hold that open. Good. Now everyone, neutral hinge. Da, da, da. Keep your feet down. Good. Come back up, holding the rotation. Good. Neutral hinge, meaning we're in a straight line through the spine. Good. And we're hinging just by tilting the pelvis, letting the spine ride the pelvis. Good. Last two. Good. And last one. Good. Come all the way back to the front. Grab hold, lift your chest a little higher, and then we're going to go the other way. So we open up, hold that neutral. Remember, you can give yourself support, and then we neutral hinge back. I'm going to flip around though because I can't see you. You keep moving. That's it. Good. That's it. Good. Good. One more, one more, one more. Stretch out those arms, stretch them out. Good. And then bring yourself back to the front and lift all the way up. Very nice. Okay. We're going to extend those legs out. So straight on the floor, push your heels down. Now we're going to C-curve if you are a mover, opening up to your side. So I'm opening up to your left. Scoop it back up all the way tall. Minders, you are having another neutral hinge moment with your legs pressed down. Really push those heels down. Yep. That's it. Good. And up. Good. That's it. Good. Keep your heels pressed. That's going to keep you connected to your pelvic floor and the supports for your spine. Good. One more. We're going to hold this one. Hold this one. Good. Both arms lift. Both arms lower. So I'm on a twist. You can see how I am, right? I'm twisted to the side. I'm still looking to the side. Whether you're in neutral. So here's my neutral friends, right? Here's my C-curve friends. Yep. Everyone's doing the same arm. Good. Last one. Hold the arms up. Here comes the fun part. Rotate toward your legs. Rotate away. So I'm in C-curve at the moment, but my neutral friends, you are in neutral hinge. Doing the same thing, right? Good. And rotate. Good. Press down those heels. Good. And last one. Good. All the way up. Good. Take the arms out to the side and behind you and round forward. Good. Other side. So I'm flipping around just so I can see you. Starting either with your C-curve, right? Rounding the spine back, articulating it back, or neutral. Either one. Breathing with it. That's it. Good. Good. One more. We're going to hold the next one. Good. All right. So staying there. Both arms up. And both arms open. Good. Again, we're rotated to the side. Shh. Good. That's right. Good. Whether you're in C-curve or in neutral. I'm in C-curve. Shh. Good. One more. Hold it. Good. Rotate towards your feet. Hello, feet. Rotate back to the side. Good. Rotate to your feet. Rotate to the side. Pull across the front of you, right? Pull those ribs through you. Good. That's it. And last one. Good. All right. Then we get to come all the way up. Push those arms up. Good. And this time gently reach forward. And hopefully you should find that you can get your hip bones now even more forward towards your thigh bones. Yeah? All right. So we're going to gently roll our way all the way back to laying down. I'm just going to give you a little bit more contrast. So you get to roll down one vertebrae at a time. I'm going to get me some water too. Water break, everybody. Okay. So down we go. All right, feel good? So laying down, let's bend the knees, place the feet flat on the floor. My arms are toward the ceiling, but the top of my arm bone is resting toward the ground. So I want to feel that on the ground. All right. See if you can center your body. So notice how much you're twisted to one side through the hip. Wiggle it a little bit, get centered. Same thing through the shoulder blades and the rib cage. See if you can allow your body to find a center line. Yeah, good. All right, so once it feels centered, I want you to take your fingertips, press them together, or if you're holding hand weights that are too big to push through, you can push your weights together, but then clench the tips of your fingers against your weight. That makes sense? I'm trying to create a closed kinetic chain. All right, so take a nice breath, exhale, just squeeze that. See if you can allow your elbows to rotate toward your waistline as you press, and then release. Inhale, exhale. Allow the elbows to rotate toward your waist, so points toward your waist, right? These points. Good, and release. And one more. Good. So what we should be feeling are the sides turning on, connecting the obliques in the front to the rotator cuff muscles in the back and the lats. Good. And then hopefully then you'll also feel that low belly draw up and in. You can kind of see my wrinkles change here. Watch this space. Let's see if it'll work. See how they drop in? Yeah. That's from that connection. Okay, so now holding that connection, we're coming up into bow from the floor. So when we bow from the floor, yes, your low back will flatten a little toward the mat. Yeah? Big inhale, exhale, come back down. Good. Inhale, release. Exhale, re-engage the arms first. Come back into your bow. Good. Inhale, little release. Exhale, re-engage and come back to the ground. Good. Inhale, exhale, re-engage, pressing. Up into bow, good. Inhale and exhale, back down, good. Let's do one more. Good. Inhale and exhale down. Very nice, good. We're gonna stay up on the next one. Inhale, exhale, lift into that bow. Good. Now, press against your right arm with your left, really pushing yourself to the side. Resist with that left one. Inhale, release. Exhale, re-engage. Pushing, pushing, pushing your way back to center. Same direction again. Left pushes hard against your right. Resist, 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 resist. Good. Inhale, exhale, press it back. Shh. Good. One more in that direction. Strong push. Good. And strong push back. Good. Come all the way back down. Let your arms come gently overhead. If overhead is not comfortable, bring your arms to your chest and open out to the side and then make a snow angel reaching. Yeah? I want you to give your pecs and your biceps and your front delts a sec to rest. Good. Because then you're going to bring them back together and do the other direction. So arms up. Find your press, whether it's fingertips, including the thumb, right? If you've got the kind of weights where you're holding it, you want to make sure the thumb pad, edge of your thumb is part of it, not the thumb heel, right? Use your whole hand. All right, so inhale, exhale up into your bow. Good. Now I'm pressing right down against that left. Good. Going the other way. Good. And then resisting on the way back. Good. Inhale, exhale, press over. Good. Inhale, exhale, resist back. Good. And press. Shh. Good job keeping your elbows close in. I saw that, Kay. Yes. Good. So Kay gets a gold star because old Kay would have popped that elbow up and tried to push from all this complex up at her neck. By keeping her elbows in, now she had all the support from her center. So much better. Awesome. So arms get to release from one another. We're going to inhale and exhale. Bring your right leg up into tabletop. Just that's 90 degrees at the hip, 90 degrees at the knee, and come into bow. Good. Inhale and exhale, come back down. Good. Other leg. Inhale, exhale, lift. Good. And inhale and exhale back down. That's it. Good. Good. And down. Nice. Good. All right. So everything we've practiced so far, can you make sure some of that is in practice now? So as I come up, I still have one foot on the floor. Is that foot still engaged? Right. You still have that tripod pressing. The foot on the floor, it will help you here. Good. One more each side. Make sure you feel that slow smiley end, even maybe your high smiley, because this one we're going to stay lifted. All right, and we're going to simultaneously switch the legs. So press your foot, feel your abs, and then switch. Keep those abs. Inhale, exhale, switch, keeping that band of support. Your eyes on your belly, it will tell you what you're doing. If your belly pooches out, you know you are not using your abdominals properly. If instead you see a little hollowing right down above your pubic bone, right between your hip bones, you know, hey, you're on the right track. Good. You've got two more. Good. Good. And then you can bring both those knees into the chest and release down to the mat. So a lot of people will suck their belly in and hold their breath. That is not the way to hollow your abs, you guys. You have to be able to do it as you exhale and find that hollow. So it almost feels easier. If you put your hand there, it's not hard and taut down low. It's actually hollowed in. This transverse abdominis, the girdle muscle, has pulled the flesh inward. Okay. So from here, let's bring those legs up into tabletop, both of them, arms to the sky. We're going to inhale and exhale up into our bow. We're going to extend your right leg out to the right. Take your right hand up and over to your left. It's right on top. Good. Now staying with your torso forward for this first set. Inhale and exhale, just switch arms. Good. Inhale and exhale, just switch arms. So I'm not twisting my torso. I'm keeping my eye right down between the thighs. Good. Good. Yes. Can you lower your arm a little further and still hold your gaze and your torso forward? The lower you can lower both weights, the more you'll feel those obliques, right? The crisscross muscles on your waistline. Yes, having to manage the load. Good. Last one on each side. Good. Bring that in for a little rest. Good. Now we're going to add the twist. Twist, instead of stacking your hands, you're going to have them side to side so that you can push them over the top. Here we go. Up into your bow. I've got right leg out, left leg in. I'm rotating down to the left, and I'm looking down the side of my left thigh. Good. Up and over the top. To the other side. I should be looking down that side. Good. Cut. Can you reach through the sole of your feet to help keep your abdominals active? Right? Let them be synergistic with the leg. Good. Good. Can we do one more each side? Nice. And then go ahead and bring those in. Little rest. Double leg stretch. We're going to prep with the arms first only. So the legs just stay in tabletop. We already had a little taste of it earlier with the arms coming up, deepening your abdominals, and then bringing them back to your legs. Yeah? Arms up. So again, notice if you're holding hand weights and you feel like you're on the edge of control, drop the hand weights, do just the arms. Yeah? If you have no weights and you feel, that's on the edge of control, keep your arms here. You don't have to take them all the way back. Just know that that's your goal in time. All right, ready? We're holding the bow, we're moving the arms, and we're adding in legs. Ta-da! Exhale, press those legs out. Sweep slowly in. Good. Inhale, exhale out. Shh. Inhale, sweep slowly in. Pull a little if you can. And shh. Good. And sweep. That's it. Good. And reach. Good. And sweep. Good. And reach. And sweep. Last one. Reach. And sweep. Very nice. Come down. Let your weights rest on the ground. Take right leg up and left leg down. Give a little pull. Dorsiflex. Should feel good. Toes to your nose. And then point again. Now come back up into your bow. Inhale. Exhale. Switch those legs. And switch. Good. So again, spine minders, if an upper bow is not in your cards for your particular spine condition, you keep your spine down. Your challenge is you still have to turn those abs on as if you had pulled those ribs in, right, to come up. Good. That's it. So we're going to slow this one down just a little bit and dorsiflex. So now toe is toward my nose. You should be feeling maybe a little increased stretch in your calf. Good. Some of you will make more stretch through your ham by the dorsiflexion. Good. Okay, what do you feel? Oh no, okay. Heel. Okay, good. So if you're feeling your neck come down, turn your head side to side. You know, we didn't review neck float today. So just a quick reminder, when you're feeling your neck, it probably means your shoulder blade is still on the ground. So here, my shoulder blade is still on the ground and only my head is lifted. Here, my shoulder blades are off the ground. My abs are working harder. My neck is working less. So that's a way you can self-check. If you're, are you doing that in bow, Kay, or with your head down? Just still pulling with your head? Okay. So don't do that. So anytime anyone is in bow and you find yourself overstraining through the neck, please give yourself grace. Come down, shake it off. Even take your hands behind your head and lift there, and then allow your throat to sink back toward your fingertips. Then allow your sternum to lift more. A lot of times we have to really reset. It's hard to get out of that pattern once it starts. Okay, so those are good reminders. From here, let's extend those legs all the way out on the floor. We'll take your right leg up to the sky. Good. We're going to go into leg circles, inhaling down across your center, exhale up around the outside. So these ones, I want you to keep your pelvis still and on the ground, right? Keep it from rocking and rolling. Using your breath to lift it. Remember, you can also throw a TheraBand over that foot and hold it with your arms, right? Especially if you feel like your abs may be not able to give enough support to your spine yet. Good, and then let's go the other way. Inhaling down, exhaling up. Good. That's it. Really keep your left sits bone aimed down, Kay. Can you feel how it's kind of getting air up and down underneath that thigh? This is a great view of your leg. Good. Yes. Good. And when you feel like you've gotten even amounts in both directions, we'll lift up the other leg. Start across your center and down, and then up into the outside. That's it. Good. Good, yeah. And then when you get about 5 or 6 good ones, then you can reverse direction. That's it. Keep that sits bone aiming down your mat. That's, yes, good. I see you reaching. Good. Good. Very nice. Heels can press down into the ground. Arms up to the sky. We're just going to roll ourselves up to sitting. Remember, those of you who would like support, just take a hand behind your leg, push it down, and that will help you get up. Remember, it's the leg pushing down that's carrying you. It's not you pulling the leg towards you. All right, so from here, hands come to the side. We're going to flip ourselves over. You can also flip onto your knees. Mary, you don't have to, of course, flip onto your feet. And we're going to have a little leg pull. So foot minders, you figure out what your favorite variation is, whether it is knees on a roller or in your special shoes. And I'm going to be in a plank. Yep, good. And then we're going to lift, point, flex, and put the foot down, right? So some alternating feet. Yep. Lift, point, flex, and down. So as we're holding ourselves here, can you imagine pushing your fingers forward? At the same time, whatever foot is holding you up is pushing back. So the forces at the very end of your body are pushing apart. Does that make sense? Well, the ones that are connected to the ground. Okay, I'm going to have you bring your hands under you though a little bit. They're up under your, yeah. That's it. Good. Now imagine those hands pushing forward and the supporting foot pushing away. Can you guys feel how that connects into your center? Yes? Good. This should be our last one. That's probably 6 on each side by now. Yeah. Go ahead and come down onto your knees. Give yourself a little stretch to the front of those arms. And then we're going to come back onto our front side into a full plank in our forearms. You can also do this on the knees. We're going to do a hip dip. So spine minders, this is going to be a little different for you. Spine minders are coming to a full side plank and then to the front, right? Full side plank and to the front. Spine movers, you're going to drop your hip down, then use the low hip to squeeze the butt cheek to the center and bring it back. I want you to repeat that 4 times on each side so that you're really sure that you're squeezing this to your midline instead of jerking your back around. Make sense? Yeah, I want you to feel that bottom butt cheek pull up into your middle. It should feel like all your weight is in that little butt cheek. Yes? Good. My spine minders who are doing the full side plank, I want you to hold that bottom butt cheek up. Don't rest the top down into your neck. I want you to pull that bottom butt cheek up as you come back to your center. Yeah? Yeah, I'm going to flip over so I can still see you. I'll join you. Again, this could be done on your knees. On your knees, it's the full stack, right? Still using that bottom glute to push up to center, right? Bottom glute pushes you up, the knees stay stacked. Remember, if your knees are tender, put some extra cushion under them, right? No, don't have to hurt yourself going over those joints. Who wants that? Not me. Yeah, and then when you feel like you've gotten 4 good ones on each side, give yourself a nice stretch. And then we're gonna slide out onto our bellies for a little single leg kick. So, boop, boop. So single leg kick on our bellies. Forearms down, collarbones open, right? These are your collarbones. I want you to spread them wide and connect to your shoulder blades in your back. So finding a place where you're pretty centered across the 2 halves of your pubic bones, right? It actually is 2 pieces that connects across your the pubic symphysis in the middle. Then see if you can lift your thigh bones up. And it might only be noticeable to you. My thighs are not particularly high, but gosh, I'm working like the Dickens, right? For me, this is a challenge. We're gonna contract one hamstring, contract it, extend it out, keeping the thighs lifted. Contract, contract. Yeah, good. So the legs, once we've got them going, we can pretty much put them on repeat, right? We know the thighs have to be up. We know we're contracting the hams. The thing that I want you to mind also is the lift through your upper back. Yes, nice, good, right? So I'm actually trying to get as little weight as possible on my arms. If I feel myself sinking, I'm gonna push back against the floor and make sure that I'm still lifting up. That's it, good. And when I get that, I'll take my brain back to my legs and see what they're doing down there. Am I still lifting through the back side? Good, come on, both ends lifting. Both ends lifting. Good. Last one on each side. Good. Good. All right, and then rest those legs. That is so hard for my body. For my backside. We're gonna let ourselves come all the way down. Have a little bit of swan. Draw those legs as close together as is comfortable. If drawing them close together is not comfortable for you, try pointing them out actively to the corners of your mat. Yeah? See what that does. In either position, you imagine those bolts, heels, back of thigh, and hips. Inhale and exhale, float your sternum upward with no pressure in your hands, just seeing where you lift. Keeping those glutes on. Good. Inhale and exhale, gently back down. And inhale, exhale, lift. Breathe. Good. And then gently down. Good. On the next one, let's bring the arms off the ground with us. Inhale. Exhale, lift the hands up. The hands are just right next to your shoulders. Imagine trying to push them higher and closer to the ceiling than your elbows are. Good. And then gently lay that down. Inhale, exhale, lift. Good. Lift those hands up. Lift your sternum a little more. That's it. Good. Good. I want you to do 2 more like that and see if you can tell the difference between lifting your sternum versus lifting your nose and chin. I know. What's really leading the motion? Not the nose and chin. That would be the wrong answer. Yeah, good. Very good. I like that change and that awareness. Good. Good. All right. So we're going to slide those hands forward, coming right into a swimming. Left leg up, right arm up. It's going to be a slow swim. So inhale, exhale, switch. Straighten out your leg. Inhale, exhale, switch. Straighten it out. Good. Inhale, exhale, switch. That's it. Good. And switch. Good. Take that long exhale to feel the length. Good. Oh shoot, Franny, I just realized I forgot about your knees. Shh. I hope you had a different modification for that knee part. Shh. Good. And last one on each side. Good. All right. Bring those hands into the sides. We'll sit back in a nice child's pose. And of course, if child's pose is not your thing, you can be in a cat. You can come up onto your feet and give yourself a nice stretch there. All those are good. Good. From here, we're going to just slide out onto our side. Sideline kicks, classic style. So head is down. Or if you want the more challenging classic style, fingertips, armpit up, right? So we're not collapsing down, we're keeping that waistline up. Whether you're flat on the mat or in the lift, we're just gonna kick the foot up and bring it back down. So point it up and down. And you can see me collapsing, right? Some people will collapse with every move. That's even worse because it's constantly putting that stress into the back. So I want you to be very mindful of keeping the obliques lifted, the abdominals up, and giving back support, yeah, for the motion. Good. Which might mean your leg doesn't actually lift as high. That's okay. Good. Now I want you to take the leg up and lower it behind you, down. Now keep it behind you as you lift it again. That's it. Good. Now what happened here? I dropped. I got to lift it back up. Maybe you do too. Yes. Good. That's it. Good. And one more. Good. Take that leg, lift it, kick it to the front, flex, take it to the back. Good. Inhale to the front, exhale, flex, double kick to the back. Good. Inhale to the front. Good. Exhale, double to the back. Good. Good. Last two. Good. And last one. Good. Take that leg, let it rest on top of the other leg. Good. If you're up, come down. We're going to lift both legs up and both legs down. Good. So we're driving from the underside leg. I want you to imagine that it's only this long. And this is where you're going to lift from. It should feel like it's 10 times heavier than if you try to push it from your foot. Right? So some of us will just even do this, where we bend the knee. No. We're going to really use that inner thigh. Tie it to the belly. Good. Last two. Last one. Hold both legs up. Now just drop the bottom one and pulse up, up, up. Still use this upper inner thigh. Good. Yes, I see that, Kay. Good. And Mary, I'm going to assume it's just as great. Franny on the replay, I know you've got that low belly lift. Good. Good. Last two. And last one. Let them both rest down. Nice. Good. All right, we're going to roll. Yeah, this one. Yeah. Yes. So Kay is noting that even though the bottom one was moving, this guy is still working. It's holding that leg in space. Good job. So we're going to roll onto our back and have just a little bridge interlude before we go to the other side. So inhale, exhale, press into those feet. Push both glutes up. Good. And then roll down through your spine. So reminder to my spine minders, don't force the roll in this position, right? I want you just to allow it to be gentle. If you are in doubt, keep the spine in neutral, right? So now I'm not rolling, I'm literally just hinging off of where the leg attaches into the hip here, and the hip and the rib are staying in the same space relative to each other, right? They're not tucking and rolling through the ribs. Good. But if you are a mover, I want you to use your abdominal wall to really articulate the spine and the ribs. Use the glutes to pull you up and away. I know, revel in it. Woo! Good. So Kay, on the next lift, I want you to start with your abs dropped in. And then imagine, come back down, Kay, come back down. I want you to start this one, drop your abs in first, all the way down, ribs down. So, see how your ribs are popped? I want you to bring them down. Yep, hold your abs in. Now imagine that the abs cannot lift off the ground. Lift your hips, right? Lift your hips. See how there's a little hollow here now? Yep, now keep your abs pulled in. Try to get your hips past those abs. Yes! Keep going, keep going. Yep, keep those abs in, keep those abs in, keep those abs in, keep those. Yes, that's it. That's better. You should feel more wrap here and through here. Can you feel the difference? Now, it's the opposite. Glutes don't want to come down. Make your abs pull them back down. That's it, girl. That's the way. Yes. Woo! Yes, woman. You feel the difference? That's beautiful. That was a nice change. Good. Okay, so you can practice that on the replay. We're going to flip it over and do our side legs on the other side. I'm going to spin around so I can see you. Mary, that would have been a good check for you to do too. I can't see you, but I remember the old you. I know, I don't know what the new you looks like anymore when you move. Oh, okay, good. Oh, that's good. Okay, that's good to know. I believe, I truly believe we learn from each other and with each other. So that's awesome that you take those cues to heart too. So whether you're flat out, right, or up on elbows, we're still lifting through the waist, and we're just going to kick up and down, right? So things I want you to watch out for is the collapse here. So that's the big collapse. You can see my waistline moving up and down here. But the other collapse is a little more subtle. I'm actually lifted here, but I'm rolled onto the back of my hip. For me, that's very comfortable. It means my hip is angling off this way. I have got to lift myself up and get myself more forward. There you go. Good. Yeah. And then I have to readjust and hold myself up. So Kay, I bet your elbow is a little too far out. I can't see it, but just by looking at the rest of you. Yeah. Yeah. So I would bring it even closer under you. It's going to feel a little more challenging. Now push it down so that you get the lift here, right? This rib, instead of hanging, should pull up. That's a girl. Good. Now, just like me, get your hip back and under you. It might feel like you're not balancing well, and that's okay. I want you to feel this place. Good. That's okay. Yeah, so Kay is noting that, yeah, she's going to use a little assistance. That's all right if that helps your form, for sure. Good. All right, then the next one we do, we're going to take it behind us to the ground and lift it behind us. Oh, that one's harder for me. You might have caught my shoulder sinking. I'm going to lift it back up. Yes, good. I see you lifting yours too. Good. That's it. Good. Last two. And last one. Nice. The leg stays lifted and we point to the front. Exhale, take it to the back. Good. Point to the front. Good. Hand to the back. Good. Can you give me a double pulse to the back? As it double pulses, can you keep these abdominal wall up? Good. And you keep that lift through there. Good. You have one more front and back. Let's do it. Good. And then both legs come down. Good. We'll come easy down onto our side. And both legs lift up and down. Yeah. So again, remember you have stubby bottom leg. And you're only lifting from this place, right? Can you get this to be active right here? That's it. Good. Good. The rest of you is restful. Anything from your armpits up to your neck should be resting. Good. Good. Last one. Keep this one up. Good. And then the bottom leg lowers and lifts. Same thing from our imagine stubby little leg. Good. Keep reaching out through the top one. Good. Good. That's it. Last two. And last one. Hold it up. Good. And then lower it down. Nice. We're going to roll over onto our belly. We're going to have a little swan push-up combo. So you can decide, foot minders, how you want to manage your feet, whether you put them on a roller, on shins, on knees, whatever you prefer. So, starting palms down in your long, svelte Swan position. We're going to open the collarbones and press into our hands this time as we lift up into swan. So we'll take 2 swan preps, right? Getting that big lift first. Good. And then gently back down. And one more. Pressing into those hands. Lifting up. Good. Letting your sternum rise. Good. Okay, so the next one we're going to add on. Inhale and exhale. Press into those hands. Good. Now use your abs to lift your hips so that you're in a straight line from your shoulders to your knees, right? In a knee plank. Use your abs, use your abs, use your abs. That's it. Good. Now optional, tuck your toes, lift up into full plank. Good. Everybody lower yourself down slowly. Good. Release your feet. Inhale, exhale, press up into swan. Use your abs to lift your hips. Tuck your toes optionally if you want to come into your full plank. And then lower down. Slow, slow, slow. Right? Remember that? Full plank is an option. Good. Inhale, exhale, swan. Good. And then use your abs. Lift. Good. That's right. Good. And then down, down, down. So Franny, if you don't want to lift onto your knees, but you miss push-ups or lowering down, you can try coming here into your swan, then tuck your toes and exhale, lift up into that full plank, right? So then that way you don't have to rest on those knees. I know, you get a little more challenge. Let's all do one more. Inhale and exhale, lift, right? Onto the knees or to full plank. Good. And then slowly all the way down. Good. We're going to come back up one more time just so we can come to open pike, also known as downward dog. So up you go. Good. Lift the hips. Now push back. Mary, you'll adjust for your feet. And then we'll see if we can push that mat away as far as we can. I'm just going to walk forward. That's it. Push, 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 push. Aim your thumbs toward each other. And see if you can push your chest toward your thigh bones. Feel free to bend your knees. Just see as they bend if they can try to open outward instead of collapsing inward. Yeah? If you're going to bend your elbows, allow the back of your head to come toward your thumbs and then press away. I'm going to show you a wrong one. This is my head coming toward my pointer fingers. Yes, that's wrong. You can see how my hips fall forward and my whole body moves forward. That's a no. This is better. My hips stay more in place. I have to work at opening my shoulders and pulling the elbows apart. You can do that also at a wall. Same thing. In neutral hinge, right? Just like that. Keeping that open. Yes, good. Good. All right, yeah, I see you. Good. And then you can walk your hands back toward your feet. And then round up to a stand. Remember, you can give yourself support on those legs. Good. Take those arms out and open. Spread those palms out. Lift that chest up. Good. Nice and high. Good. Spine twist to your side. Looking back. Good. Spine minders who are not allowed to twist. You're going to take that arm back. Notice I'm square, and then let your head look, unless you have a cervical issue. Good. And then back up. Another side. Good. And one more each way. Push out through those hands. Really imagine a resistance. You push out. Good. And push out. Good. And then back up. Dun, dun, dun. Take those arms down. Good. Let your head fall gently to the side. Good. We're going to lift heaven like a pillar. Bring it up. Rotate and push up. Push out. Good. And then let your head fall the other way. Good. Let it fall gently forward. Good. And let's lift heaven like a pillar again. Push up. Good. This time just keep that chest high as you push those arms out. Hold them when they're out to your side. Feel yourself just pushing out so much goodness into the world. Pushing down into your feet. Holding strong like a pillar. Yeah, your whole body is the pillar. Good. And then bring it down. Oh. Dun, dun, dun. I hope you feel strong. Thank you. Thank you guys for being here today. and the depth of vacation season. Oh, I will always miss you. Where are you going somewhere fun? Oh, this is nice. Oh, nice. Oh, fun. So did Whiskey Creek already happen? Oh. 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 Up the hillside. Interesting. Wow. Interesting. And the people who run your part of Whiskey Creek, did they run the other side that I was at too? So there's two separate people. Oh. Oh, I see. Yeah. Did they clear out trees on your side? Because it was very wooded before behind there, wasn't it? Up in the hill? That's what I thought. Yeah. Oh, so you're saying my side is where they put in more cabins? Oh no! Oh no, you're kidding! Uh-huh. Oh, you are? I love it. I won't see either of you Monday. Oh my gosh. Okay. So where are you guys going to hike? Okay. Well. Oh, nice. So is this so you guys can watch them carry their packs and cheer them on? Nice. Well, have fun. Both of you have fun at not Whiskey Creek. You're going to Seabeck. You're going hiking Lake 22. How nice. Yeah. Okay. I'll miss you guys. Thank you for your support. Mwah.